Imagine a buyer opens ChatGPT and asks for the best companies in your category. Your competitors appear in the answer, your company does not. That can be frustrating, especially when you know your business has a strong product, experienced leadership, real customers, and perhaps even more funding than some of the companies being recommended. But AI systems do not rank companies by effort, ambition, or funding alone. They recommend the brands they can recognize, understand, and verify from the information available to them. Smart Money Media wanted to measure how large that visibility problem really is. In May 2026, we tested 30 companies across 5,400 AI engine responses. We used 15 buyer intent prompts across 5 B2B AI categories and ran those prompts 3 times each in ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity. The result was a clear AI citation gap. Funded B2B AI startups were named in only 10% of expected match trials. Established incumbents were named 34% of the time on the same prompts. In other words, incumbents were cited about 3.4 times more often. That does not mean the incumbents necessarily had the best product. It means the AI systems knew them better for that buying conversation. This distinction matters. The study was not a product ranking. A low citation rate did not mean a company was weak, untrustworthy, or unsuccessful. It meant the company was not consistently present in the answer surface when buyers describe the problem the company solves. So why does ChatGPT recommend one company and ignore another? The first reason is entity recognition. AI systems need a consistent answer to a basic question: what is this company? A company with a clear name, category, leadership team, product description, location, and set of verified profiles is easier to identify than a company whose information is scattered or inconsistent. If the website describes the business one way, LinkedIn describes it another way, and third-party articles use vague language, the entity becomes harder to resolve. The second reason is category association. It is not enough for an AI system to know that your company exists. It has to connect your company with the specific problem the buyer is asking about. A startup may describe itself with creative language such as an intelligence layer, an orchestration platform, or a next-generation workspace. But if buyers ask for a sales coaching tool, a legal AI assistant, or a vector database, the company must also be clearly associated with those plain language categories. The third reason is third-party authority. Your website tells the world what you say about yourself. AI systems also look for what credible external sources say about you. That may include editorial coverage, industry articles, interviews, research citations, expert commentary, respected directories, conference profiles, podcasts, and other independent references. The Smart Money Media study found that the vendors with stronger developer authority or stronger category authority captured a disproportionate share of the startup citations. Meanwhile, several well-funded competitors received no mentions at all in the tested buyer prompts. Funding can create news. It does not automatically create durable category authority. The fourth reason is content depth and retrievability. AI systems need clear material they can use to answer a question. A thin service page that says a company is innovative, transformative, and best in class provides very little usable information. A stronger page explains the problem, defines the category, shows how the process works, answers common objections, compares approaches, and supports claims with evidence. Clear headings, structured data, descriptive author bios, internal links, and accessible pages make that information easier to retrieve. The fifth reason is citation history. Established companies often have years of accumulated mentions across the open web. They appear in news stories, research reports, comparison articles, conference pages, customer references, and industry discussions. That repeated history gives AI systems multiple paths to the same conclusion. A newer company may have excellent technology but a much thinner public evidence trail. The sixth reason is source quality. One thoughtful article in a respected industry publication may carry more weight than dozens of low-quality syndication pages or generic directory listings. The objective is not to manufacture volume, It is to build credible, relevant, and consistent signals around the category you want to own. So what can a company do to close the gap? Start by testing the actual buyer questions that matter. Do not only ask an AI system, "What does my company do?" That is a branded lookup. Instead, ask the category questions a prospect would ask before knowing your name. Which companies solve this problem? What are the leading options? Who specializes in this industry? Which vendors are commonly recommended? Then document who appears, which sources are cited, and how the answer changes across ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. Next, strengthen entity consistency. Use the same company name, category description, leadership information, product language, and verified same as links across the website and major profiles. Build clear category pages and educational content around the questions buyers actually ask. Publish original research, useful data, strong definitions, and practical explanations that other people can cite. Earn third-party coverage that describes the company in the category you want to be known for, not only in funding announcements or company news. Improve machine readability with structured headings, appropriate schema, strong internal linking, crawlable pages, and a curated LLMs.txt file where appropriate. And measure progress over time. The May 2026 study was a snapshot. AI engines change, their source preferences change, competitors improve. That is why visibility should be monitored rather than checked once. The larger lesson from the AI citation gap is simple. You can build a strong company and still remain invisible in AI search. The market may know you, investors may know you, customers may know you. But if the open web does not provide enough consistent, credible, and retrievable evidence, AI systems may continue recommending the brands they already understand. The goal is not to trick ChatGPT into saying your name. The goal is to build enough real authority that your company becomes a natural, supportable answer when a buyer asks the question you are qualified to solve. You can read the complete Smart Money Media AI Citation Gap study, review the methodology, and download the row-level dataset at smartmoneymedia.org/research AI Citation Gap.